Hey guys, very good afternoon to all of you. My name is Ajay and welcome back to the channel. I'm uploading this video I think after a gap of maybe I think 4 5 days. So in this video number 321, I'm going to talk about the how to connect the PowerPoint with the Excel. And if you are not new to the channel, then you know that we have uploaded I think 5 6 amazing videos on the PowerPoint also. So what is special about this video? Well, this is a very special video, and I think that this is also going to be very special for me because in this video you will see that we have really exploited the PowerPoint. We have really used the Excel VBA in a very clever way, and we have controlled the PowerPoint. And because of the reason that in this video, as you can see, paste four shapes in one slide. So that's the title of this video. I want to show you actually what happened. I received this question from one of my subscribers, Nikhil Telekpuri, and welcome to the channel, Nikhil. I guess you have subscribed recently, and thank you for your question. It actually need a very good question. So guys, he has written this. Hi Ajay, thanks for making this awesome playlist. I found it very useful. Now he's talking about the PowerPoint playlist, which I was just talking to you. For people who are just watching this video for the first time, or maybe who are new to the channel, this is the playlist VBA, Excel VBA connecting PowerPoint with the Excel. You can see the title. You just need to click here and you can see there we have already uploaded 7 amazing videos. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4. If you want to learn it, please start watching the videos from the Part 1 and the Part 2. Right? In this video, what I'm actually going to do special is you just read the question. I'm working on similar line where I need to automate following processes. First, copy the graph from one of the sheet and paste into a point. Second is to copy multiple images, not charts, and paste them on 4 corners of slide. Slide should not have more than 4 images. That's a very interesting thing. Second is to copy the multiple and if the images are more than 4, they should be pasted on next slide. After watching complete playlist, I'm able to automate first piece, but I'm struggling with copying images from Excel. Also, putting logics of 4 images per slide. First on the net also, but still not able to do it. Well, your demand is more of a customized demand, and on the Google, most of the times the codes which you will find there, they are more of a generic code, right? And you got to be very lucky to find what you're exactly looking in the Google. I'm specifically talking about the Excel VBA. So no problem, you have come to the right place, and I'm going to help you, and I'm going to help all of my lovely people around who are subscribing to the channel and are supporting me. So guys, what we want to do in this video special today is, let me show you actually. You close this PowerPoint. Basically, the question is, if you haven't got the idea what we want to do, generally in all the previous videos we have pasted the shapes, we have pasted the tables, we have pasted the charts. In this case, what we want to do is the very first thing which we will do, we will open the PowerPoint using the Excel VBA. So right now I'm just going to give the idea so that you can see that how we're going to work on this. This is the PowerPoint which we will get open, a blank PowerPoint, a new PowerPoint, and here I have here already collected some images from the internet. They are the free images actually. So you can see on my sheet 1 I have got 4 images, and on the sheet 2 I have got 5 images. So the point is, first of all, we would like to copy these images. Now these are not the charts, right? So here we will be running a loop which will cover the shapes. Pictures are also treated as shapes, right? So this is the shape A, this is the shape B. You can see here this is the shape 3. The name of this, well, name doesn't matter. I'm just actually telling you that these are the shapes, that the pictures which I have inserted. Now when the code actually is going to run, what should happen? We should have these all copied. So let me just copy this, and this is where we need to actually paste in your slide, right? At the same time, we're going to move it on the corners. This is what exactly the subscriber is saying. And then of course, if you go ahead and then come back to the Excel and you're going to copy this, you're going to put it in this PowerPoint, you got to move it here. The third, it should come here, and the fourth, it should come here on the corners. Once we are through with the 4 images, we will like to put a constraint. We would like to put a validation that when each slide, whatever slide we are going to work at that point in time, the active slide, if it is going to have the 4 images, the second slide, new slide, should be inserted. And then we should go to the next image. It doesn't matter whether that image is on this workbook, on this worksheet, or it is on the another worksheet. You should simply pick up the next and should start copying. So that means if you have images, there should be 3 slides, 4, 4 and 2. If you have 8 images, there should be only 2 slides, and so on. This is what we are going to do. I have already written the code because I don't want to make this video really long. I've written the code. I want to explain you with that. But before I do that, I want to tell you a little bit about the PowerPoint also, and how we're going to actually do this. Now, the first thing you should understand about the PowerPoint, I have talked about this in my previous videos also, that the PowerPoint is the biggest application. Because after all, you're going to work on the PowerPoint, so you will have to open this PowerPoint first of all. Once you have the PowerPoint open, the next thing which you want to do, you want to create the presentation, because without the presentation, you will not be able to create the new slides. Okay, then it comes the slides, and then it comes the shape. So this is what the hierarchy is all about. You cannot control your shapes. When I talk about the shapes, I mean these images, these shapes, right? Because you also need to move them to the corner. So you cannot move them to the corner if you don't have this slide created, right? So in order to have the shapes, or to create the slide, in order to create the slide, we'll have to have the presentation object. Okay, and to have the presentation object, guys, we'll have to create this PowerPoint application. We will have to open the PowerPoint application. So this is how the hierarchy is going to be followed. Okay, so now let's go ahead. Let me take you to the code. You can see that this is exactly the code. This is the first code, and then the formatting, actually I've written a separate macro which is sub formatting. If I just scroll it down, this is how it looks. You can pause the video. First you watch this video, come back, and you can pause this and you can start typing in. Then you will learn it. Right? What is exactly happening? This looks a little scary, but trust me, I'm going to make it very simple for you to understand. This is nothing. This is a very simple code, but yes, it has a lot of logics, right? The first thing which you need to do in this is forget about the code. You need to go to the tools and you need to create the reference. You got to on this PowerPoint 16.0 object library, because we are going to open the PowerPoint using the early binding method. If it is Outlook, you got to have the Microsoft Outlook. You must have watched my Outlook videos also. 2 videos are there on the how to connect the Outlook with the Excel. So in this, you got to on this PowerPoint. I'm using the PowerPoint 16. I have an Office 16 installed actually, so that's why I have the 16.0. But in your case, whatever version you have, the number would come. Don't worry about the number, you just need to activate it. And if you don't know how to find this, you just need to press M, and all these libraries are alphabetically sorted. So just find it out, where is the Microsoft PowerPoint. So M and P, you got to find it out, and somewhere here after your MNO, you will find that library. So here we are going to find that library. Now, because I've already check marked that, you need to check mark that like this. Then you got to press OK. Once you press OK, it will automatically comes to the top after this Microsoft Office library. That's it. That is the first thing you need to do. What is the next thing I want to do? In this video, in this code, if you see that I have declared all the objects on the top for my first macro, because I want to use these all objects from one macro to the another macro. This is the another macro, the formatting one. Okay, so when you want to carry forward your object or variables, you declare them as a public variable. So when you declare on the top, they become the public variable, so that you can carry forward them, you can reuse them again and again, right? If you write this all the variables over here, then what will happen, they will be restricted wherever your macro will jump. Right now in this line, I'm going to the formatting. So if I go to the formatting, they will lose their identity, they will be destroyed, and I don't want them to be destroyed. That's why I have declared them. If you want to really get the good understanding on that, what you can do in this here, you can find out this Excel VBA introduction series. When you click on this Excel VBA introduction, you would find there a video which has a title called Life of a Variable. Please go ahead and watch that video. You will understand. A variable can be declared in basically 3 ways. One is the local variable, the second is the public variable, and the third one is the global, which can be used any of the module. Right now I've created everything in single module, so I'm gonna declare them just public, not the global. What I have done actually, the first thing is you got to use this line dim ppt as PowerPoint dot application. Okay, because we are going to deal with the PowerPoint. And then what happens, this is what exactly we are running this. Set ppt equals to new PowerPoint dot application, and then ppt visible equals to true. So what will happen if I run this? Let me just show you. Let me run this code on the F8 mode. So we're going to run this. You see, PPT is already declared as a PowerPoint dot application. Next time when you're going to set this as PPT new PowerPoint, what will happen? A new PowerPoint will come. And the moment I run this line, it is going to be visible. So let me just little bit move the window over here. The moment I run this, you see what happened. PPT is going to be visible. So you can see here, let me just close this because this is already PowerPoint we have opened, so you will not see anything because this is for the new PPT. Let me reset the code and now let's run this. Now on my screen there is just one Excel, which is book 1. I'm going to run this, guys, and you see that the moment I run this line ppt.visible equals true, PPT is coming on your screen. Okay, once you have the PPT, you will like to add the presentation, because if I just minimize this, you see that this is the empty one. This has nothing, you can't use it. These all, you can see I'm on the home tab, and every feature is basically highlighted because this is just a file. Now we want to actually add the presentation. So ppress, if you see, I have used this dim ppress as my object, and it says it is going to be PowerPoint.presentation. PowerPoint presentation is the class which we are going to use to create this presentation. Set ppress equals to ppt.presentation.add. This will add the presentation, and now you can see in my background a presentation is added, and now it says click to add the first slide. Guys, we got to add the slide, and for the slide I've defined this dim p slide as PowerPoint.slide. That means going forward in this code, p slide is going to be considered as the PowerPoint slide. Now the question comes, which slide? Because in your PowerPoint you can have more than 2 slides, 3 slides. So we are going to use this line that set my p slide equals to ppress.slides.add 1 and ppt layout blank. Now this code is very easy to write. For example, if I just write it here, this is how you write p slide equals to, what is your presentation name? Presentation name you have declared as ppress, right? So in the presentation you have this basically a property called the slides, and then you can need to add it. You don't use this add slide, just simply use the add and start the bracket. This says index is long. So basically it says that which is that slide. Let me, by the way, remove this. Yeah, that's how. Index is long means that you got to add the first slide, so you will write here 1. Now many people think that if I write here 2, slides will be created. No guys, this is not for that purpose. As you can see, it says index. So index means that this is going to be the position of the slide. Now you cannot go to the slide 2 if you don't have a slide number 1, right? So to go to the slide number 2, you will have to first create the slide number 1, isn't it? So that's why you got to write here 1. I hope I'm clear on that, because this creates a lot of confusion in many people. The next thing, now these are all the different layouts. You can choose whatever layout you want to choose. If you choose pp layout chart, then you will have the chart icon as well on your PowerPoint, but we just want to keep it blank, right? So this is what exactly this line talks about. Anyways, let me just delete that. Just wanted to actually explain you. So the moment you run this line, see what will happen in your PowerPoint. A slide is created. Once the slide is created, you are ready to work on this slide. Okay, so now I have declared here a variable called j, and then there is a one more variable which is called the shape number. I'm going to tell you about this. This shape number is basically we are going to create a check. At any point in time, if this shape number is going to be greater than 4, then please go ahead and create the new slide and pick up the next shape and paste there, right? Right now I'm going to start this shape number as 1 and this j as well. I'm going to use it a little later. Let me see if I am using it. I think I'm not even using it, this j, so I can remove that. I changed actually, I think, the program. Not a problem. You just focus on this shape number as 1. Shape number is now 1 coming. Now what is the next thing you want to do? Guys, this is the important thing which you should understand. Now you see that I'm actually running here a loop for each WS in worksheet. What is this WS? This WS is going to be considered as worksheet. Right? Now this is the collection loop which I'm going to use here. What are the collection loops? If you don't have any idea, please go and check Excel VBA collection loops playlist, and then you can watch there. I think there are three or four very basic videos on the collection loop, part 1, part 2, sort of that title name. Okay, go ahead and watch that. I will give you the idea. So basically this for each worksheet in worksheet, this stops here. This is the next for this for loop, right? So this is the bigger loop. Now what we are going to do, this will go in every sheet one by one, and every time it will go, it will further execute the entire this code. Right now I'm on the sheet 1, so let's say I'm on the sheet 2. The moment you run this line for each worksheet in worksheets, first thing which it will do is going to select the first worksheet, which is ws.select. The moment I run this line, you see that it's coming back to the sheet 1. So it doesn't matter when your user is going to run this macro on which sheet he or she is going to be, because this will take care of it. This will start from the very first sheet. Right? Now once you are on this sheet, what you want to do, that's very interesting. Once you are on this sheet, obviously you will like to see how many shapes you have created, and one by one you would like to copy them. So for each sh in ws.shapes, that means for each shape in the worksheet shapes, this is the another collection loop, guys, which we are going to run, because I don't know how many images you will have. I'm just trying to give you this example. You may have 6 shapes in your Excel. You may have 1 shape in your Excel. You may have 10 shapes, 10 images. I do not know. So that's why I'm going to make this code dynamic for each shape in ws.shapes, and this is the next for this the loop. So this is the bigger collection loop. This is the inner collection loop, right, which will be executed once you are on the sheet. If you're wondering that what is sh, then sh is nothing. I have declared this. Sh actually is your, if you look at this, sh as shape. So any shape you will insert in the Excel, whether it is going to be the shape from here, insert, and these are the shapes, different shapes. You can use those shapes as well. These are the shapes, or you insert the images like me. They are all going to be treated as shapes. Now this code, it is going to run, what will happen, it will go one by one on every shape. When I run this, you see that this is the first time I'm running the code. So that's why shape number which we have given here, it is equals to 1. So this basically the shape number is coming as 1 right now, which is obviously less than and equals to 4. So what should happen, we have written this, that if the shape number is less than 4, then do this stuff. If the shape number is going to be exceeded than the 4, which means that you are going to be on the shape number 5, go in the else mode. We'll come to that point later. First of all, let us see what it is going to do. Here we have the shape number, and I'm going to put the the watch code as well on the shape number. So let me just select this and put the watch, so that you can see that exactly I'm doing. Now you see that shape number is 1. So the shape is going to be copied, and automatically your Excel is going to pick up that shape, right, the way you have inserted them. That index is going to be copied in that way by the VBA. So my shape is going to be copied. Now once I have my shape getting copied, what I want to do, obviously I want to paste it in this slide which you have created. Remember, when you created that, you created here set p slide equals to the presentation slide. Please add this, and what you want to add the first slide. Layout has to be blank. So now what I do is I say p slide dot shapes dot paste special. So this is how you write, because p slide is what? P slide is your this slide, right? P slide, and this slide, the shapes, the paste special method. This is how you write the paste special, and then you can use all these different methods. Bitmap default, I'm using this JPG. You can use whatever you want, right? So this is what it is going to do. This is going to basically copy this, paste this copied shape, this PowerPoint, and the moment I run this, right, so it actually ran very quickly, because of the reason that when you especially work in the PowerPoint, generally the code runs very fast, and if it creates a problem. So no, not a problem. I'm going to create here some break codes. Let me put the break code here, and let me just quickly close this. We will run it again. We saw that the code was working. So I'm just going to put everything here on the break code so that the code should not run very fast. Okay. So now let's go ahead and run this quickly. There we go. You have already seen this. We have the slide created. The shape is going to be copied and the shape number is 1. I've copied the shape and it is going to be pasted here. Now, yes, I have put these break codes here. These are called the break codes. The code is not going to run very fast, right? I have seen this. I mean, whenever you actually try to use the F8 while exporting these slides, or exporting the charts or the shapes, basically F8 immediately runs. You come to know that how you can actually, uh, sort out this issue. Let me know, but I think that's the only way. To my best knowledge, you can put the break codes here, guys. Once you have this picture pasted here, I can show you in the this window. Picture is pasted. Now we got to move it here on the top. So what I have done is I have created a one more macro, which you can see here, call formatting. So this call formatting is going to go here, this macro. Now that this shape number is a public variable, so that's why you're able to use it. Otherwise it would have given you the error, variable not defined, but we declared it on the top, so they are the public variables. Now you know that the shape number is 1. So if the shape number is 1, then what I want to do, this is a if code I have written. This is on my slide, the shape, what is the shape number. So this is how you write. If you want to see the syntax, this is what we have done. Now in my P slide, which is my active slide, the slide number 1, my shapes, I given the index number. Which shape? Obviously the shape number which would come from here. So this is going to be 1, right? Because this is the first shape, and I'm going to move it on the top or the left. This is how. The top means that this area of your basically this the entire slide got to go where. So I'm not keeping much distance. I want that it should move just 5 distance from the top. So when you run this, you see that it moved on the top. And then from the left also, I'm not keeping much margin. You can write here 0 as well. That will exactly not even create this kind of a marginal gap. It will stick it is going to move this entire slide right over this edge of your the slide, right? That's fine. Shape number 2, shape number 3, shape number 4, everything failed because it did not qualify. So we'll be back on my this code. Again, I'm back. Now time is to increase the shape number, because now as we are going to insert the shapes, these images, every time we would like to increase the number also, so that shape number, the image number can also be changed. So now you have a shape number 2, remember this, because you have incremented it, right? Now it goes in the end if. From the end if it goes to the next. Next means for the next shape. Now you have more shapes, so one by one it will go in every shape. Now it is still less than 4 because your shape number is 2, right? So now shape is going to be copied. Once you have that shape copied, you got to paste on the same slide. You can see here, same slide, the P slide, which is this slide, right? So it is going to paste this. You can see that I have got that image copied. Again, once I have that copied, it will go in the formatting. In the formatting, now the shape number is 2, so this if will not work and it will go in this else if. We have said that if the shape number is going to be 2, we got to move it on the top. Again, it will go on the top. You can see that it is moved on the top here, but this time I have given some distance. So from the left, we are saying that it doesn't have to be very close because you want it on the right corner. So I'm going to put it here. So in order to do that, I'm keeping my distance as dot left equals to 700. I didn't find any right option, otherwise I would have done dot right equals to 5, right? So from the left, give the distance of 700, and you see that this is how the slide is moved. This is how the code looks like, the condition looks like. Perfect. You can increase and decrease all these numbers. That depends. I'm not going to get into that because I don't know how you actually want it. Said it has to be in the corners, so I'm just trying to align them on the corner. You can further move it if you just increase this 700 to 750. That's all up to you. And if answer, let's come back now. Increase the shape number again. Time to go to the next shape. You can see in the watch window I am on the shape number 3. So If next is one for the image 3, shape 3, it is less than 4, of course, so again it is going to be copied. I'm going to paste it on this P slide, the current slide. You see that it is pasted here. Formatting, in the call formatting, shape number is not 1, so it will go in the else if. Here also it is not 2 this time, it will go in the 3, and because the shape number is 3, so here I have done some more adjustments. So it is now going to put this the top. From the top I'm keeping the distance 400, so naturally it will come somewhere here. You can see here from the top there is a huge difference of 400, right? And we want it here, so from the left I'll keep the same sequence, the one which I kept for the shape number 1, so it's going to move it on the left, which is 5. Perfect. And if come back to the code again, you get to increase the shape. Now the shape number is 4. Okay, again it goes to the next, and because you have a there in the first Excel you have 4 sheets, you have basically 4 images, if you remember. So this is the last time this actually is going to work on this code, this sheet actually, right? So let me go back to the code. Again the shape is going to be copied and it will paste. You can see the shape is pasted. Go to the call formatting, and in the formatting again 1 is not going to work, 2 is not going to work, 3 is not going to work, and here we have the shape number is 4. So well, again put it on the top. From the top I am keeping the distance 400, which is huge because I want it here. So the moment I get to this, it comes here on the bottom. Now I want to move it here. So from the left I'm keeping a huge distance, which is 700, the same. I've kept it here. So in this way all the images are pasted. Now what is the next thing? The next thing is that the moment shape number goes to 5, then it will go to the next shape. Now, you know that there is no shape. We are covered with the sheet 1. So eventually what will happen, if I show you, see that the moment I'm going to run this F8, it goes in the outer loop, guys, because this is where we are talking for each worksheet. The time has come to go to the next sheet. So this ws.select worksheet.select the next sheet. This is going to be selected. So if I just show you in the Excel, the moment I run this line, it goes to the sheet 2. Perfect. In the sheet 2, what is the next thing we want to do? Again, this loop will run for every shape over there, and we have the 5 shapes there, so this is going to run 5 times. So let's start. Now you know that the shape number is already 5, which is less than equals to 4, which is not actually less than equals to 4. So what will happen? It will go in the else mode, and this is the very important now line, because now you need to create a new slide because you are through with the first slide, right? So what you need to do is two things. We will create a new slide, but before we create a new slide, this shape number has to be restarted from the 1. Otherwise every time it will come in this less than 4, and keeps getting a new slide keeps getting created, right? So we are going to make this shape number 1 again, because now we are on the 5th shape, and 5th shape has to be treated as first shape, and then 6th got to be treated as second shape, 7th has to be treated as third shape, and the 8th has to be treated as the 4th one, and again the 9th shape, 9th image has to be treated as 1, right? We're going to make this pair of 4 4 4 4 like this. So now this is the important line you need to understand. Now the P slide, we have to again set it. We have to again define the P slide, because we want the new slide to create. We are not going to work on the P slide, this previous P slide, because this was for the first slide. So again you write the same line, set P slide equals to my presentation dot slides dot add. I've used this count. This means that in your presentation how many slides you have gotten so far. Okay, so this is going to give you 1, because right now we have just 1 slide. 1 plus 1 will make it 2. So I have automated this. Every time when we are going to be on the else mode, remember, this will count. Next time it will count 2, because it is going to run, you will be requiring the third slide. So 2 plus 1 will make it 3. So this is going to add right now the second slide with the same PP layout blank, right, which we have used in the above code. Look at this. Now the new slide is created. Wonderful. And now once the slide is created, you got to copy that shape. Shape, any shape. I mean, the way you have inserted these, that is going to be copied. So it will pick the shape from this. And the shape is going to be copied. And if I show you back on the PowerPoint, now is going to be pasted. So now I'm again writing pslide.shapes.paste special paste jpg, guys. This p slide obviously is this p slide which you have defined, which is going to be the second slide, right? The moment next image is pasted here, we will again go to the formatting. Here also I'm calling my formatting because we want to, want to resize it or we want to move it. As per the question, we want to move it to the corner. So this is the shape number 1. So again the same procedure will run and you will have your movement here. And then enter shape number, we will have to increment in the else mode also because we want to go to the second shape. Now in the second shape, second image, whatever, this is again going to be now what? 2 is less than equals to 4. Obviously, this time now it will go in this then mode. This 2 is less than 4 now. So second shape is going to be copied and now it is going to be pasted here, which is the P slide. You see that it is pasted. It goes in the call formatting. Shape number is 2. So this is how it is going to move it. And then again, we're going to increment the shape number here. So basically I'm incrementing the shape number in else and then mode, right? You never know where it is going to fall. Every time, whether we are on the mode or we are on the else mode, we will have to keep incrementing the image index. We have the next shape, and if this next is for each shape. So now the time for the next shape, next shape is also 3, which is less than 4. This is going to be copied. I'm going to paste it here. You see that every new image is also pasted here, and then we will have to move this. So shape number is 3. So this is to be executed, this portion up and left, and we have this slide created here, moved here. Next thing is again the shape number is now going to be incremented. So we are on the 4th slide. Next, the 4th slide is also, the 4th picture is also going to be copied, and we're going to run this. So this is a shape number 4. So it will work here. It will stop here in this then mode. I'm going to keep it 400 and 700. Perfect. Now guys, again the shape number is going to be 5, right? So when the shape number is going to be 5, we still have one image. If you remember, I have here 5 images, right? So the code will not stop here. It will go in the next shape. So you know that shape number is 5, which is less than equals to 4 is, this is not true, right? So again it will go in the else mode, and in the else mode now again this 5th is going to be converted back to the 1. So you have again the shape number is 1, and now this set p slide equals to this line p press.slides.count. This is going to give you 2. 2 plus 1 will make it 3. So a new slide will be inserted, which is this one, right? So we will copy that shape and we're going to we're going to paste that on this P slide, and there we go. And now it will go to the formatting part. You know that the slide number is 1, the image number is 1. So it is going to move this on the top and the left. The same procedure, we're going to repeat this. Now once we are back on this, the shape number is 2. But I don't think so we have the another shape. We have the another image in our sheet. Right, so what will happen? This next should stop here. It should go to the next, this next. Perfect. So for each shape is finished. Now it will go to the next sheet. It will go to the ws.select. But the point is, it will go to, let me just close this now because we are through. It will go to this next worksheet only if you have another worksheet. You don't have a worksheet. There were only 2 worksheets, right? What will happen? Really, it should go to the enter, and there we go. So you have your macro finished, guys. This is how you can control this PowerPoint. So let me summarize the things. What we have done is we created, first of all, we opened the PowerPoint. Once we opened the PowerPoint, we defined our presentation, we defined our slides, we defined the shapes. Okay, because we want to run the loop in the shapes also. So what we did, we said, please run the loop in all the sheets using for each worksheet and start capturing the images which are placed in each of these worksheets. Ensure that any point in time, if the count increases by 4, or if the count increases, if it is going to be greater than 4, you got to create a new slide. You got to again start counting the images from the 1, 2, 3, 4. At second slide, 1, 2, 3, 4. Add another slide, 1, 2, 3, 4. Add another slide, 1, 2, 3, 4. Add another slide. Side by side, also take care of this worksheet. How many worksheets actually we have, right? So for example, if I just delete this, I just delete this, and now if I run my program, let me show you what will happen. There will be just one slide. Why? Because one slide will have all the numbers and your code is going to finish. So if I just quickly run this, let me just run this, see that we're done. All the pictures are copied, right? Now if you have, let's say, 5 slides, okay, if you have I'm going to write here, let me just copy this, paste one more image here. For example, this is the one. Okay, what we need to do here is, you see there is a one sheet, but we have written the loop for each shape in the worksheet, in each worksheet. So that means the loop will run 5 times, but the moment it covers the 4 images, it will go in the else mode and it will create a new PowerPoint and it will insert the sheet there, and then the code will stop. So if I just run it, here we go. You got the new slide, the sheet is added. So that's it, guys. I hope has made a lot of sense to you, and indeed it was a very interesting code. I loved it, and I hope you also love it. Leave your comments, and anything you didn't understand in this video, you can leave your comments as well on that, right? So if you, always I request you to support the channel, be a part of this channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do subscribe and watch all those amazing 321 videos on Excel VBA, Access and Access VBA. I will be back very soon helping you out in some of your another queries. Till then, you take care of yourself and have a very happy learning. Thank you so much. Bye bye.